fashion consultant Pat Warren is with us this morning, and we just took a look at men's spring fashions. Now we're going to see what's new for the ladies.
Right. Our first model is Dolores Taylor, and she's modeling a suit that I think is quite interesting. This is made by Sanyo. Does Sanyo ring a bell?
I thought they made stereos and tape decks.
They're in the fashion business now.
Okay.
And this is part of their line, which I find very interesting because the jacket is made out of polyester. The Japanese use a lot of polyester, and they don't consider it a insult. You know, like Americans think of polyester, we sort of laugh at it and say,
no
oh,
way.
You wear polyester, kids joke about it. But the Japanese find it a very workable fabric, and I think it's beautiful the way they put it together.
And it picks up every station, every AM and FM station, this jacket. This
It does.
jacket, right. One of the added attractions.
Right.
That's very interesting. We're still seeing animal prints, a lot of animal prints.
And again, you'll see a lot of neutrals in women's spring fashions. They still are doing a lot of black and white.
Black and white, beige. What about stockings?
In the hose, you'll see a lot of nude pantyhose for spring fashions and summer, instead of the colored pantyhose that we've seen in the past.
So the darker, the browns, the blacks,
right.
The opaque stockings are no longer in.
I still think for evening, though, you'll see dark pantyhose worn with dark evening clothes.
But the white is out.
Right, the stark white.
Stark white is out, okay.
I always thought that made women look kind of sick myself. Okay, and that model number 2 is Dolores. That's just my opinion. Sorry. Okay, this is Barbara. And Barbara is wearing a 3-piece outfit by Adrienne Vittadini, and you're going to see a lot of the pedal pushers. Remember these?
With heels and stockings? That's amazing.
Well, if you want to dress it up. See, Barbara's a downtown kind of gal, and she wants to look like she's ready for lunch downtown. Actually, you can wear it without the pantyhose and with flats or sandals in the summertime.
Very cute. And is that cotton?
That is 100% cotton.
That is cotton. That's nice looking. Sweaters are still long.
They're still long, past the hip, and worn with a very short cropped T-shirt underneath.
We're seeing that too. The shirts, the blouses are
very
shorter.
Short. So you have to take care of that midriff, girls.
That's right.
Start exercising.
Lots of exercise. Okay, let's take a look at our next model.
Okay, the next model is Alice. And Alice is wearing one of this season's newest fabrications. This is an elasticized fabric. It actually stretches and has tiny little elastic threads sewn through the fabric itself. So it really hugs the body. And drop-waisted and very low-backed, so she can take advantage of a pretty back. I think when you have a pretty back, you should show it. And Alice definitely has one of the prettier backs I've seen.
What about skirt lengths, definitively? We have heard so much. Don't get your skirts hemmed. Do get your skirts hemmed. The short ones are in, the long ones are next year. They're going to be longer. So what do you do?
Well, I think even the fashion designers are rather ambiguous about forecasting the hemlines, because I think women have come to the point where we're no longer going to be dictated to. If we don't feel comfortable wearing the long skirts, we're going to wear our skirts a little longer. And it's perfectly okay. There's nobody saying, oh, you're out of fashion because you're not doing this and you're not doing that. I think you have the option.
That's nice.
And if you have good legs, show them off. If you don't, cover them up. I mean,
Even
basic
if you have good legs, you
fashion.
can wear longer skirts.
And if you have legs that you want to show off and they're not great, do it. You know, nobody's telling you not to.
All right.
It's a free world.
Here's a hot pink
Okay, here is Christy Birkeland. And she's wearing hot pink. And this is by Only in the USA. This is made of 100% cotton. And notice the detail again in the pants. It's pleated on the bottom so that it's tighter on the bottom, wider in the top. And the top is short cropped and crossed. Very attractive.
You know, we've gotten so used to wearing sweats and comfortable clothes that it seems to have been transferred over to
fashion.
Fashion wear.
This would be something that you could wear all day long and feel very comfortable, especially if you have to do a lot of running around. Or a resort, if you're going to the beach, this is perfect.
Great looking. And the colors, the chartreuse and the pink, the colors from the 60s, they're back once again.
That's right, and you're seeing that more and more in the spring. As we get closer to spring and summer, you're going to see a lot of hot pink and chartreuse. Great.
What about heel heights?
You're seeing every heel height again. You're seeing the real high 3-inch or more high spiked heels coming in. And then, again, the flats, depending on what a woman feels most comfortable in.
Flats are still in. All right, what about slacks? Tight, short, pleated?
You're going to see every conceivable length from the knee croppers, or the what we call the, not Bermuda shorts,
pedal
but
pushers?
Pedal pushers, to the real long, very leg-hugging pant. And those are really, really interesting to see because you have to have, you know, the right proportioned leg. But I've seen, like I say, you know, it's amazing. People walk around wearing whatever they feel comfortable in. And sometimes they might not look as good as they could, but if they want to, they have the option.
Who's to say they can't?
Fashion is interesting because it's an expression of who you are, and, you know, if you feel comfortable in something, do it. Just like makeup, you know, you've seen this, all these new articles on makeup should be natural. Well, if you don't look good in the natural look and you look very dead, then why do it, you know? Do what you think looks good.
Great. Well, there's some good news out there. We're not so structured anymore.
No, we're not.
We want to thank our models. Excuse me, we have a very special thank you to the Mercantile for the women's fashions and to Jeffrey Michael for the men's fashions. Our models did a great job. And as usual, our fashion consultant, Pat Warren, with some great information. Next, we're going to talk about a very special fundraiser and a very special little boy. Stay with us.